welcome back to Badwater Ridge and episode 4. We just finished the second drought and I've noticed we have enough wood to get across here. I suspect the problem here is that we can't build the next one of these because we need to put this path in. So I'm going to do that. I'm then going to super high prioritize this because that will allow us access to all of these oak trees, which is going to instantly pretty much resolve our wood problem. So that will be good. We have a couple of spare beavers. So I'm going to throw those into building jobs. We don't have any trees to cut down at the moment. We don't really need anyone making logs. So do with them picking up those logs, and that does play into what I was saying last time about my thoughts on maybe going early with a hauling post. That will help improve productivity of things as well. Like these are really low productivity because they have to haul the water all the way up here. So, but there's things I want to do first. And I want to try and get them done in this cycle. So if we can get these built fairly quickly, we're then going to be putting the floodgates in here and here. Okay. Not going to gamble on the fact that we're definitely going to get that done and demolish this and remove this. We're going to be a little bit cautious. We only have 2 more to build, so maybe we could do that. Maybe we could do that. Actually, then I'm going to be able to get to that one because I built those that way. So we're going to delete that one, which is going to free up even more logs. And we will then replace it by building it. We can't actually replace it easily. No, that's a bit annoying. We could replace it over here. Which we should do. So let's demolish. If we mark those to be demolished, we can then tuck it in the corner there. Yeah, we'll get to that. That's not essential. That is not essential. We do have the option of unpausing this guy, but that's going to be a mega inefficient water pump because it's even further from everything. But I think 3 will be okay with 15 beavers. So yeah, and there's nothing I can do about the horrendous notifications. This is a temporary solution while our wood situation is so horrendous. But obviously our wood situation has just got significantly less horrendous as we go. Cut trees. All of these oak trees, please. There we go. And then I'm going to pause you. You can be paused. You're paused. They're all paused. Because we may as well focus on cutting these oak trees down rather than worrying about our trees that are growing here. These are going to be way more efficient, and actually with access to so much wood, I am going to put in a large industrial pile. I'm going to put it up here. It's going to be for wood. That's going to be our next build, and then we are going to be going bosh, and landscaping. And last time we unlocked the floodgates, and we're going to get them built. And because suddenly we have access to so much timber. This is so much timber. Game-changing amounts of wood. I think the other thing that we should probably do at this point is build housing for the other beavers. And probably we can start thinking about some of that well-being stuff that I spoke about. So we'll throw in a campfire initially. That will help the young beavers grow up quicker and help the other beavers be a bit happier. Yep. That's good. I think they've even started. Yep, they are working on building that one. That's gone. So let's put in. And what that's done is improve the areas that are hydrated. Because as I said before, this was getting a little bit toxic soupy. So what we can do now is we can put that there. And initially these are going to be open. And in fact, they've built that one already. And what we're going to do is when drought starts, it goes up. And when bad tide starts, it goes up. And the same here, when drought starts, it goes up. And when bad tide starts, it goes up. And I am going to check that these actually happen. So, did they pick up those? They did. So we can delete that one. That can go. And probably what I'll do actually is I'll just build a proper platform-based causeway across here when we have the supplies for it. So, yeah, I think that's probably sensible. So I think next thing is that hauling post to try and improve the efficiency of some things. Hopefully you can't hear my laptop open next to me. It's making an awful lot of noise, so we do need to going to down prioritize that so we get this guy done next. And I think also we will demolish this and we'll put a levee in here, which I probably need to unlock. I do. We have plenty of science, so we'll get that unlocked. We'll put levees in either side, and then we will make it so we can access this area as well. And we've got plenty of berries, we've got a decent amount of kohlrabi. Yeah, so I would like to start increasing the population slowly, but I also think we need to be thinking about expanding the... how many builders have I got going? I probably don't need 4 builders going at the moment, so we'll get these trees cleared out. Because I think it would probably be sensible to be thinking about getting gears soon, but for now we're going to spam down the old small water storages because they only take logs, and we've now got access to a lot more logs, so put those in, get them all set to be water. Yeah, I feel a little bit rich at the moment in terms of our access to assets with this area, so we'll make use of it while the trees are growing in here, and we can make use of those at another point. So these probably are all very close to being grown now because they've just been, yeah, mostly pretty close to being grown. But yeah, these water pumps are so inefficient because I put the water storage up closer to where the beavers are living. That was a bit of a rookie mistake, I guess. Yeah, a bit of a rookie mistake, but you know, the beavers have all got housing now, which is good. So hopefully we'll start to see our well-being go up. I would like to see that being built next. So we are going to unpause our plank production because it needs planks. Then maybe we get our other water pump going here. So we really want to get rid of you. High priority. Still got a bit of time before we're looking at another drought, so good. Our beavers should be happier now. Yeah. Wood is starting to happen, which is really nice. Really good. Really good. I'm not too worried about this. What I think I'm going to do actually is it's another drought. We can cope with another drought. Is put another lumberjack flag there. So let's get our next water pumping station there. Yeah, I think another lumberjack flag would be useful. We have a somewhat steady supply. Be nice to stockpile a bit. Probably want, you know, in the and these are all growing, which is good. I think with what we've just achieved, maybe what we do is unplant the birch trees. Once they come in, I'll mark them to be cutting, and we'll replace those. Because we've got time now for them to cycle and grow. I think that's probably a good idea. Let's get someone in to do that job. You could do with someone, yeah, do with you getting some logs going. And I guess the other way to make these more efficient would be to put a water store here, but you know, only so much we can do. We've got 4 water pumpers going. Food's pretty good. Food's pretty good. We are almost at the point in our science where I want to start thinking about our next project, which is going to hopefully make us a bit more robust to bad tide. But we really need a better water supply. And yeah, I think that needs our water pumping to be much more efficient, which is probably going to be dependent on this guy. So maybe I should have someone helping Enari. And where can we pull a couple of workers from? We probably don't need anyone in here at the moment. And that's back up to almost full, so that'll work. That'll work. Yeah. I'm kind of hoping if we go into... We want to go into the population, don't we? And what's the... what do I need to click on? I might need to click on one of them. Pause. Let's click on a beaver. Kind of well-being 5. I'm wondering the work speed, movement speed. We need to get them 3 more to get life expectancy. So we look in here. What are the easy things we could do? So we've got the campfire. We need more of them to be going to the campfire. I think some of these aesthetic things would be easy wins. And we've got some well-being, and we're not quite at the point where I want to be pushing the next step in the project. So I think shrubs there, because they've got to walk past the shrub then. Lantern, the same. They've got to walk past the lantern to get to the housing. Maybe there. And there. See, they're quite cheap to build, so and if we go well-being, how much is the scratcher? The scratcher is 100. That's a bit steep. We probably need a tooth grindstone in there at this point as well. Yeah. That might help us a bit if we can push up the well-being to 7. That is going to help us, I think. I mean, what's well-being? Showers are 50. And I'm kind of wondering if where we've lost this, maybe we tuck in as well a shower here. I wouldn't want to shower in that, but let's assume it's got some filtration and stuff. Hey, let's assume it's got some filtration and stuff. We are short 5 jobs at the moment. Okay, why is that? Because of this guy. So we only want one. We only want one hauler, and I just want them to prioritize hauling water at the moment. And that means we're short 1 job, so let's pause the science. We'll recover the science. We'll recover the science. I'm not worried about that. Yeah, not too bothered about that. Again, we're still working hard to balance everything that's going on, but I think boosting the life expectancy by 20% is going to be big for us. For increasing the population kind of longer, you know, in the medium term, without having to just put in another breeding pod. Having the beavers live longer is going to help. So, yeah, we can get that done. It's weird that these were planted and grew and then don't grow. That kind of strange. It's so nice having kind of regular access to wood now. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I just want to cut all these down and just go again, maybe. But we don't have enough beavers to do that yet, so just massively short of beavers all of the time, basically. But I'm hoping now that we're seeing, yeah, a little bit better productivity on that front. We don't seem to need that 3rd one, so I'm going to get rid of that. We are okay for planks, so you can be paused. We've actually got a couple of spare beavers now. Let's get you doing that job. Let's get you cutting those down. We can start replacing those, and I'm going to replace them with oak trees, because although we're cutting down oaks over here, we're not replacing them, and we don't really have a good option for replacing them. So yeah, that's kind of my thought. It's kind of my thought. Yeah, and these hopefully will basically, I planted those few just because, again, before when we had the bad tide, not that it mattered that much, but all of the blueberries died, and that meant that we were going to not be able to breed more beavers, which was bad. We probably want to put in a small pile for planks, and it would probably make sense to have a small pile for logs over there for these guys, just so that when they are working it's a bit easier. We're not in a position where we need to be really worrying about that. Here's our drought, so let's pause and check. So that one's gone up and that one's gone up, so we're good there. It's maybe not held as much as I would have liked, which is interesting. So I think what we need to do next time is make sure we close this one beforehand, and yeah, so that we maybe we have this one at a half normally, so that it's keeping water back. That was a mistake on my part. I don't think it's going to be a costly mistake particularly. We've got 200 food, we've got nearly 300 water. He says, as we are the wrong side of a 9-day drought. So we probably want to throw in a... Oh, 72. Let's throw in a warehouse here for blueberries. And we're going to get some of those picked, as I'm a little bit nervous. Still running on super slow, that's okay, because I want to do some quick calculations Food and water consumption, I always take as being about the same. We've only got 16 beavers, so we're looking at about 40 a day. Times 9, 360. So we're going to end up a little low on water and food. We should be okay because we're going to keep growing food, but we might end up a little low on the old water front. So what we'll do is we will get this, if I can get this one pumping, we will make sure it's prioritized by the haulers. With how I've managed to mess this up a little bit, I don't want to have this one pumping yet, but we will try and get some water pumped out of here to preserve or stretch our water supply out a little bit. I think that's probably sensible, and yeah, we can now pause all of you and redistribute our workers a little bit, so we'll get someone picking blueberries. Let's just cut down almost the last of those trees. These are being cut, so we'll start replanting with oak trees. Right, because that will help out a fair bit. If I wanted to start making gears, 100 science, we're almost there. Almost there. So the productivity of these definitely is dropping now, obviously, because they're not doing anything. I think the productivity of those definitely improved, so that's good. Not sure. I guess they're working on building these water tanks. I'm going to prioritize these little well-being things so that we can get that boost. I think that would be a good idea. Get that improvement in well-being going on, and yeah, basically see some improvement. So this guy is pretty low productivity because he's a long way from where he needs to be. Realistically, if I want to make use of this area, I should probably put some water storage down here and some pumps. I should probably, once I clean the water supply up, I really want to be blocking these off so that it's, we're holding water. The same up here. There is so much in the long term that needs to be done, but it's all so far away. Yeah. It's interesting. They've not even got to demolishing that yet. There is so much that they have to do. Are you still full? Yeah, you're full. You can go do that one instead. I am a little nervous on the food supply, or more so the water supply, although seeing that we're still at 300 at this point makes me less nervous. But as these droughts start to get longer, we are going to start to be challenged. Yeah, it's funny you can see, because we're pumping the water out of this area, it's much more concentrating the bad water. It's quite funny, but the guy's getting water for us, which is, solid effort, fella. Solid effort. We're getting our oak trees planted, which in the long term, they're much slower to grow, but in the long term is a much better source of wood for making improvements. Yep, that's all in. So that's good. I do not particularly want to open this up at all. Yeah. What are the beavers? They're still building those water tanks. Yeah, we should get that done. We need more water storage capacity. We're up to 420. I think I'm pondering going gears or going for the next big project that I've got. So 7 well-being, awesome. Hopefully most of them are getting that. Campfire is still a little bit low, so I think given that that is just logs, we should just throw another one in. Let's just stick another one in. Let's just stick another 2 in. Get them all getting their campfire bonus. They can watch the toxic river when there's not a drought. Get the campfire bonus. It'll all be good. Right, you can be paused now. So we've got 300 water and 7 days. So 7 days is going to be 40. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good for water now. So, which of course means we don't need to pump any of this out, which is nice. These guys, in reality, what I might do is just let them clear this area. We probably want to put one a bit further down now, so do that. And then just delete this bridge until we actually need something a bit more useful or more permanent across here. You know, plant trees, to keep planting the oak trees. Keep replacing those. We've actually got some pine res in there, not that we need it yet. Not that we need it yet. I think we can run faster through this drought. I think that'll be okay. I think we'll be okay with that. Is there any other stuff that we can kind of cheese well-being? We're getting our wet fur bonus. Not yet. Not yet. So we need a plank for that. We do have some planks, so let's encourage them to build those. That would be good. Let's encourage them to tidy up as well. Get those resources stored. Yeah, there's no point building water tanks when we can't pump water particularly. It looks like this is about to dry out. So I think probably what we might need to do is get some focused harvesting going on. I think that might be a priority because that does look like it's about to dry out. Yeah, there is really not a lot left there. So, and that's okay. We've got over 200 food, so pause. Get you clearing more berries out. Yeah, too bad watery. I get that. I get that. Yeah, so I think what we want to have this on is on a half, and then as we get close to the cycle ending, we want to close that one so it kind of fills. And eventually have stream gauges controlling this. But for now, we'll just focus on getting all this food harvested. Might want to put in a second warehouse. I think soon we're going to want to diversify and get some cassavas going because they're obviously more efficient. And we can build the fermenter. So right, that's all been cleared out and you're empty. So they can both go in this weird path that I built. Go. Good. Water supply. Yep, there it goes. It has dried out. So these trees are going to last plenty of time. So that's okay. We can at least mark the rest of the oak trees to be planted. And that one must be set to be a pine tree, and that one should be a pine tree. Yeah, so that's okay. That's okay. Yep. So they'll get replanted. That's all getting done. That's done. So we do need a bit more well-being. Without really having to spend too much on research, ideally. The wet fur one we should get hopefully the rooftop terrace is an option, but to build it, we would have to get mega cheesy. What we could do is, because it has to be built on top of things. You could do that. This is going to look horrendous until I sort it. But we could do that. I'm going to delete the rooftop terrace for now so that I can just set the... we can at least get rid of one of the sets of notifications. But yeah, this is going to look messy. But this is for the good of the colony. They can have a rooftop terrace. We can try and push the old well-being up. Right, we can pause both of those. We've now got 4 spare beavers, so let's get some more of those trees chopped down. We've got 3 spare, so have we got any building projects going on that we could make use of particularly? We've got plenty of logs. Is there anything that I should be building? I want to build that, but that means, did I unlock the levee? Yeah, I did. So let's do that. Do the same there. So we got a couple of days left to go. Use 1,000 science. No, we want to keep the science. What other things? But yeah, this I'm sorry about this, but we need to try and be super efficient, and I will fix it very soon. I will fix it very soon. I guess what we could do is throw in another forester here to make use of that spare. Actually, no, what we should do is no, we don't need another hauler at the moment yet. We should put in another forester. We can make use of the extra wood. There we go. So we will replace that with a levee. We obviously can't get to this one to replace it, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Do I build the fermenter now ahead of planting? So what I could do, because we have got quite a bit of wood now, is let's do power. Let's build a whole load of compact water wheels out across there, because we've got the wood for it, I think. Although we have done a pretty good job on clearing those out. I want to put in a gear workshop here, and we could then put in a fermenter as well and start growing some cassava. We've got 1.3 days to go. Let's just speed up time and to get through that 1.3 days. We have 208. There we go. 8 well-being. Excellent. Yeah, let's just not look at that. Let's just not look at that. 76 water. So yeah, the well-being's varying a bit, but you know, it will stabilize. So probably what we should do is, no, we'll leave it as one hauler for now. Until the population should start growing with this extra life expectancy, I would hope. It's kind of why I've done it. And more haulers would probably be good for boosting the efficiency of things. I can see me removing this fairly quickly because I would like to get across to this island, and the sensible way to do that is coming across the back here. So we're at 309. I would like to unlock the single platform, but I want to get a bit more science going before I do that, and then we can start to remove some of this cheesiness. But yeah, having platforms most of the way across here, well, platforms, compact wall field is going to be good. That should give us a good solid power supply. Right, drought over. We still have water left, which is great as our population increases. So we may as well open these up. Ready, we're going to have that one at a half. And we need to free up 4 beavers to pump. So 2. And actually we need quite a few beavers freed up. So let's go like that. We don't need you to working. We don't need you working particularly. So that might work out. That might work out. Only 10 water left. That's okay. We will slow down once things start to happen again. There we go. So here comes the water again, and we're now going to hopefully be generating quite a bit more power. And what I think I'm going to do is plant crops. We're going to plant, it's going to take 5 days, but we're going to plant our first bit of cassavas. So we'll just have you on planting. Yep, you're going to get the rest of that planted. Obviously that has refilled much quicker because of the floodgate approach. We have got science going. Excellent. We didn't run out of water. Also excellent. And next thing that we can do is, I think, how much is a gear workshop? Gear workshop is 100. Let's go for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete that. And we're going to put a gear workshop here. Here. Yes. And the next thing I want to unlock is that. So we probably, I think we need more researchers. Inventors. So let's put another inventor in as well, as our population is growing a little bit. Yep, and we're waiting for good quality. Let's, if we open that up and maybe have it flowing through, maybe that'll clear up quicker. And it's kind of telling that it's not good enough to have the shower work. I find that kind of telling. Maybe we put that pump to work instead. We have almost cleared all of the oak trees from there, which is... We've got a decent amount of wood stored, so not too worried. But yeah. Food's dropped quite a bit in that one. So yeah, that mistake that I made did cost us a bit. It did cost us. But if they can get that built, so we need to get plank production going again. Just the one beaver, I think. Yeah. We will manage it through having less research going on, I suspect. Oh, it won't work. That was dumb, wasn't it? That was dumb. We need to stockpile enough. So we need to stockpile 25 planks, and we we only have storage for 20 planks plus what we can store in there. So yeah, we need to fill our plank storage up before we can build the gear workshop. Okay. Okay. Right. With that in mind, I think we are going to do two things. That's not working. I'm going to get rid of that. We're going to unlock this. Yes, and we're going to platform across here. Then want to build another 2 water pumps. I think probably we do need to put in another breeding pod. And also going to... Here is only logs. Okay, that's good. So we'll put the fermenter there. These can be deleted and the materials recovered, which is good. And that's in, so we've got plenty of time. So that can be demolished and replaced now. We can start making things look a bit better. Got the time to do that, I think. I think that should now be at a half, because this water's as good as it's going to get for now. Good as it's going to get. How's the... And yeah, these are up at like a much better efficiency now. We probably need more than one hauler. We would probably be better off pausing you and maybe having an extra hauler. Something that I really want to work out or test is whether that works better, whether having less pumps and more haulers so you increase the productivity. Yeah, it's something that I'm kind of curious about. And actually, we can now have one here, which is probably going to be better. So let's drop back down to one hauler again. So that didn't last too long, did it, that idea? Yeah, I think that's going to be better. We need to make sure we put in that levy. Otherwise we'll have problems. And yeah, we've really worked up the job on those, haven't we? We need to get to the point where we've got 25 planks stored. That's going to take us a while to get gears going. And we also need to get to the point where we've got quite a bit of science stored up as well, a bit more science stored up. That's okay, because we've got beavers working at science. So that is okay. I was hoping that we would achieve phase 2 of my plan this video, and it appears we may not. We may not. That's okay. Okay. Cycle 4. We are at risk that the next cycle will be a bad tide. That is a risk. Only got one spare bed now. As things pick up, so maybe we don't need another breeding pod. Just wondering. They've all gone to bed, so I can't click on one. I'm wondering what the next lifespan boost is. 17. That's quite a long way off us, I think. Quite a long way off. Food-wise, we are not in a brilliant place. a brilliant place food-wise. We really suffered from that drying out. So it could be that I need to alter my plan, or we need to go for it now. With only 230 water stored. So the plan was fluid dump. Knock. Yes. So the plan was fluid dump into here. And then build a forester and a farm on top of it and farm the area that this hydrates. I'm now pondering putting a fluid dump here and keeping this hydrated, and whether that would be more valuable given that I think we're about to get hit by a bad tide pretty soon. It's a 10-day bad tide. With the amount of water we've got stored, we are going to struggle. We can store a huge amount of water, we just aren't filling it up. So I do think that that might be the best option. Now, one water dump is going to struggle to hydrate this area, but that's my thought. We could tuck it there. That'd be kind of neat. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. That is going to be our priority. So we need to make... We have 13 planks. It needs 10. But yeah, we're going to do that. Because I'm really worried that there's a bad tide coming. I'm really worried there's a bad tide coming. And if we need to, we can always levy off part of this to at least keep some food going on. I am also thinking that maybe we can't actually get a path around there. Yes, okay, I can go around the back. Let's swap it over actually. Do F. Oh no, it's a drought. Okay. Okay, so we might not be so bad. But pause it for now. Yeah, so the real plan is to get a water dump over here. But I am a little nervous. With our food stocks are quite low. And our water levels are not where I would like them to be. So I think this will help with that. In particular, we can use this to improve the water that's in here. So we might then be able to put back our shower. Why is our well-being plummeted? That's not good. Yeah, we need to rebuild some science now. But yeah, so the I think the next goal is we need to build up the stockpile of planks still. We need to get that finished, and we need our cassavas to be grown. The recipe is going to be fermented cassavas. You can be paused for now. We're going to have a small warehouse. Actually, let's pause. I'm rushing again, and I shouldn't be. We want a medium warehouse over here. And let's put it in an area relatively close, but that's not hydrated, or cassavas. And then over near the beavers, we will put a small warehouse for fermented cassavas, which is set to 10. And that way, it's more efficient, basically. It's more efficient. So we want to make sure that gets built. Once they've slept, I'm going to put that up to 1. We're doing better for water now. Which is good, because I think this could be on cycle 5 our first really long drought event, I suspect. It is at least a drought rather than a bad tide, but I think it could be our first longer one. So yeah. Yeah, so to unlock the next water tank level, we need 120. I mean, we could start building these. I think we need to go medium water tanks next. So if we're going to start using water dumps, we're going to be using a lot more water. But having the fermented cassavas is going to be quite cool. They're a much more efficient food, obviously. I'm going to... what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to split them into 1 each and have one that prioritizes the cassavas so that they actually get harvested. And then we can start processing them while we have a little bit of power. Because once the drought hits, we're not going to be able to do anything with them. So that's going to be a high priority workplace. I'm quite happy to pause the science now. Yeah, let's get some cassavas fermenting. Got a good amount of water. This, so that's up at 1. I'm really tempted to close this now because this water is starting to get a bit soupy. Yeah, I'm going to close that now. Then if we need to, we can top it up with the water dump. We'll be dumping in water, not trashy mess. So I think that's kind of good. How are we doing for planks? We've got 20. We needed 25, didn't we, I think? Wood. Gear workshop. Yeah, we needed 25, so I don't think we're going to get that in time. But, you know, that's okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we could maybe just unpause this guy and he can try and keep it topped up. And I think what we'll see, actually, is it will improve the hydration. Like these trees that have never really grown might grow. So how long is drought number 5 or going to be? Let's find out. We need more farmers going because we're not really picking enough food. So 9 days. Okay, that's an easy one. An easy drought to get through. Yeah, we can handle 9 days just fine. And what we'll do is we will ramp up the farming as soon as we cut back on the water pumping, which I think we can actually do now. So let's pause a couple of you and we will get all of the farmers going. Get all this food picked. probably... Actually, no, we don't really need you prioritised by haulers. No. Did you even ferment any cassavas? I don't know if you did. I'm kind of thinking that actually we should work on going all the way across here with these. We got 24 planks done. Oh, we were one short. We were one short. Oh well. Not a problem. Not a problem. Okay, let's plant crops. Plant a few more cassavas now. Plant down to there with cassavas. I am curious if, thing is, we spent science on it, whether where I'm water dumping next to it, whether we'll be able to shower. Pause those. Let's pause those. So we've now got quite a few spare beavers. So let's get science going again. Trees can be cut down. Berries can be harvested. You can cut trees down as well. There we go. So cool. And yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting to see how having this water dump is going to affect how much water we use, obviously, and whether the farmable area improves. Because obviously as this water and bad water evaporates, we're just adding in water. So yeah. Let's just do a little bit of a thumbnail jobby. We got a few cassavas harvested, but we didn't actually get any fermented. But I think, yeah, I think what we're going to do during, we've got a reasonable wood supply. What we're going to do is, don't we just unlock, no, because we need planks to make stairs. I don't think we can do this all in 7 days, so yeah, demolish you, we'll set you to be demolished. We're just going to build all the way across, and we're going to put our wheels all the way across, and then we will get power out. However the weird eddy currents decide to work. Yeah. Can you reach those? You can. Good. We're still one beaver short. It's just pretty crazy. Hey. We probably do need to build more housing. So, yes. Initially, we'll do that by tucking it back here. Do that. And I'm hoping that 3 breeding pods with quite variable well-being, to be honest, is going to improve things. Hopefully if we can stockpile some cassavas, we can then get a decent supply of fermented cassavas going. Hopefully. Still too polluted at the moment. So if, I guess next time now, we will be looking to, well, maybe we could put it in now actually, because I think we've got the water supply to do it. So the plan is we go fluid dump there. I've unlocked the single platforms. The farmhouse is 2, isn't it? So I'm going to do farm like that. And then probably round the other side, or maybe around here, we'll do a forester. So that's kind of the plan. I'm going to make those all low priority. Yeah, we need to... We might want to unlock the stairs, because then we can do stairs through here. We can grow some mangroves in here as well, actually. We'll get double benefit. I put the forest there. That. Then, yeah, we can plant quite a big area. So that. Make those low priority too. And then really what I want to get going on is medium water tank. And getting the water supply better. Because I know that you are going to demolish them. Cool. It always feels like demolishing isn't something that they prioritize. They seem to be. I think once we've got this in and working, we will be much safer from bad tide. Obviously, this makes us somewhat robust to bad tide, and you can see here slowly that this farmable area is growing. There's a slope there. That's cool. We should maybe be making use of this inside area now. I guess. Yeah, we should maybe be making use of that. At the moment, we just about seem to be farming everything that we've got, so not so worried about that. Let's demolish that. I want to make sure that they prioritize these. I guess they're not, because they can't get to them, so let's do that. And I'm going to delete you, and we want to prioritize picking up the rubble, please. And yeah, I'm going to put a full line of power wheels across here, and that will hopefully improve things. Food situation is not awesome still. Yeah, and that's partly why I planted these blueberries here, so that we can, I mean, maybe we could plant some more plant bushes, blueberries. We do coffee with these guys as well, don't we? I'm slightly worried that when a bad tide comes, a bunch of this will die back, but you know, we'll see. As we improve the water quality in here, things will get better. And yeah, once we've got this set up, which is going to be a few episodes maybe, I'm not sure, we can then start to think about attacking the challenge of cleaning up the water supply. And the first one is going to be getting up here, blocking this off, which I started to worry about too early last time. Yeah, right, that's done. So let's go power like that. There we go. Get all of those built. And how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, we've got plenty of logs to build those. Our oak trees are still growing, which is great. Our water supply is holding up just fine. We've used less than half, and we are over almost halfway through, so we could easily pause this I am so curious about. Stream gauge is 150. I really, really want to unlock the stream gauge to see what this water looks like. I think that might be one of our next unlocks. You can be paused. You can be paused. You can be paused because you got nothing to do for a few days. It can be unpaused when some trees crop up. I guess we can have... No, we can't have more builders because we are short of beavers still. Yeah, I still find it quite incredible that this thing is not got clean enough water. It must need completely pure water, I guess, to work. We will be able to put something over here. Maybe we should plan on that, which would be something like coming across here. Yeah. So it was 150 for the medium water tank, wasn't it? We will need gears, and we've used up a lot of planks that we had pre-made. So, I'm going to put in a... Have we got the long pile? It's locked, so we'll put in another small pile. Or planks when we get that, and we should then not have the problems with power once all this is in. Once it's in, it's going to take a little while to get built, but you know, we'll get there. We will get there. Fine well-being. Wow. Lots of goods not selected and stuff. That's fine. Get blocked by BADWATER. All fine. You need berries. We do not have berries at the moment, so that's a problem. That's a problem. Probably what I should do is, I was going to delete that, but rather than deleting it, maybe we just put another berry warehouse there. You definitely don't need two of you guys doing berry picking, so we can have another one building, I think. That looks like a good idea to me. And once we get through this drought, I'm going to call that an episode for today. So I've recorded this one before the first one has come out, so any comments you've made on that I will deal with in a later episode. I'm trying to get a few stacked up after having to have a bit of a break from recording due to work. Thinking 6 water pumps should be more than enough for a colony of 18 beavers, so that's good. We've got plenty of trees down here as well to cut at some point. I think long term this map has so much potential. I mean, we're only looking at this little area, but there's all of this over here to make use of and explore in the future. I mean, there's this little oasis here with water in it and stuff, so yeah. Clean water. Look at that. Clean water. Whilst we deal with this kind of poopy mess, even though we've been dumping clean water into it for quite a while, we still can't have a shower. Yep. And we've got 4 more to go. Cool, so that's going to be 3 more to go, so that's what, another 75 logs. Nice. Building a little bit of a cassava stockpile, but not huge. Yeah, you can literally see how much more we can farm now with how having the water dump here has grown the farmable area. Now with 3 days to go, realistically 4 actually, we could maybe grow some more kohlrabis, but we're not actually picking all of the kohlrabis that we've got, so Do we really need to? Probably not. Probably not. It's also pretty nuts how one bad drought cycle hurt us so much on the food front. And the nice thing is this is 100 food once we get power. This is going to turn into 100 food once the power comes back. So, I mean, the problem is we've got the large power wheel, but it uses a lot of beaverage to generate that power. We might need to think about putting one of those in soon, because our alternative is engines, and we need metal for that, and a lot of wood, which we don't have. So we might need to go that route. Yeah, we might need to go that route. You can see actually we're starting to get green up here now as well as the water quality improves. This map is going to transform when we deal with the water supply. It really is going to transform. We're close to having some more berries, which is nice. We're doing on the well-being front. Getting wet fur would be good. Being able to get some mangroves is going to be cool once we get this done, which we can do because the forester is going to be able to plant mangroves in here. I think some of you were right. There were a few people that suggested doing this, and I think this is what this is intended for. So yeah, it's going to be quite powerful. I think we can farm from it. We can grow trees from it. It's going to be quite powerful. And this is good as well. This is really helping. And yeah. This was the right move. I'm going to pause it now actually because we've got 2 days left and only 30 water. So almost thinking actually that maybe we pump some of that water back out if things get a bit desperate. Because we can. With 2 days to go, yeah, because we're using over 40 water a day, we should probably pump some of this out. So let's prioritize you by haulers. We've actually got spare beaver now. So let's get 4 builders going. Would be really nice to have all of those done this cycle. A couple of days to go. But yeah, I think we recover some of the water that we've dumped into here. That shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be a problem. Food is kind of just about hanging on. So that's okay. Our oak trees are at various states of growth. Let's say that. Blueberries are close to being up, which is good because I'll get our breeding pods going again. And we have 1 more to go, which doesn't need that many logs. Excellent. If we can get this thing running, we have, well, because it's a 4:10 ratio, which seems a really weird ratio to me. I guess it's 2.5. Yeah. Anyway, this is over 100 food once we get it processed, so it's going to be good. Going to be good. Come on, let's get this finished. This is going to be a lot of power because the water can't not go through a water wheel. That's why I've done it. No more messing around with it, swirling around things. We've got a few more oak trees we can cut down, but we will soon have our own oak trees coming up here. And when this goes in, I'm going to plant a mix of pine and oak, I think. So, yeah. That's in, and we can start to then bar these. We will need to prioritize it, but that means we're going to get back a good chunk of logs as well, which is cool. Might as well speed time. Let's not risk speeding time up. Yeah, let's speed up. Let's speed it up. So I think I'm going to pause the water pump soon. I don't want to risk us having this completely dry out. Oh, pause. Speaking of which, pause. I don't want you to be working yet either. We do not have enough water for that at all. But look at the difference that makes instantly. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Yeah. That's nuts how much that hydrated in one small foul swoop. So we're going to be able to farm all of this. We're going to be able to have trees in all of this probably. And yeah, it's going to make a huge difference to our survivability, and not just survivability, but thriveability. But that's going to be important. That's going to be important, being able to do more than just survive, because then we can start to push back the bad water. And I really want to be able to do that. All right, let's pause this guy now. The water is getting a little bit low in there. Starting to recover these logs, which is cool, and getting rid of all of these horrible alert messages. Hopefully we can get our gear workshop in this time. We've got the science to build the big water tanks. So that's awesome. We will wait until the water's back and we're pumping and that we're not dead. So you guys can see that I've not completely screwed things up. We're only going to have to go a day without water. So, yeah. And now we've got 6 water tanks here. We should be in a much better position. And I'm going to try and keep running 2... use your words, man. 2 haulers. I think that'll help quite a lot, although we have quite a few jobs to unpause coming up, so yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to try and balance it all. I mean, we don't need you 2 doing things. We definitely don't need 3, and so we've got 6 spare now, which is good because we're going to be unpausing 6 of those, but also I want to get 2 going in there, and I want you to be working as well. So we might go down to 3 farmers, 2 builders. We have got some berries picked, so yeah, not sure how we balance out all these resources. Maybe we don't have, maybe we have 4 pumping water initially. Yeah, maybe that's what we have to have. We need to get there first. Let's speed through to things appearing. Let's delete that. Prioritize the collection of the resources from it, and again let's delete and prioritize the collection of the resources from it. Now the problem we're going to have with getting our gear workshop is that we have things that are going to be using planks, or we can get that. Now that's not a big problem in my mind, because it's probably worth us getting those built. So yeah, I'm not too worried about that. In the same way that I'm not too worried yet about opening this up, because we've got water there, and this first wave of stuff is pretty grim. So we're going to wait until something slightly less grim is coming through, and but I'm pretty sure But if I put that to a half, actually, I think this is going to retreat. This is going to retreat. But yeah, we should now be, yeah, we are fermenting cassavas. Brilliant. This clearly isn't going to work. This clearly isn't going to work. That's okay. We should now be making a decent amount of planks. We've got plenty of power, both of them. We're making 800 power, so that's good. Hopefully we can stock up enough planks. We are pumping water, so everyone's going to get a drink. We've got a decent amount of food coming through. Yeah. You can see with the hydration, this side is not at all hydrated yet. Yeah. But at some point, we're going to need to scout the map and see where the fresh water is, and maybe think about relocating a lot of our stuff to where that is. But anyway, we'll get through the night, and then we will call it a day again. A bit of a longer one this time, 1 hour and 20 minutes, but, you know, farm is going in, which is cool. We'll get that done, and yeah, next time we'll get all of this set up. So yeah, they can farm a big area, we can tree a big area, so it will all depend on what's hydrated. I'm going to do it about a 50-50 split on what's going to be farming and what's going to be trees. So the food, yeah, the cassavas are giving us a nice bit of a boost on well-being, which is good. The mangroves should as well. Yeah, you can see here actually that it's dropped way down on what's farmable where I've let that slightly more toxic water in. So it's something that we need to monitor, and that will be where the stream gauges come in. And if we've got a much more robust water supply, we will be able to deal with that, because we can keep dumping water rather than letting in this stuff. But today we are done, so thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, click the like button. Comments, questions or suggestions below. Please bear in mind I am trying to batch record a bunch of these, so I might not get to your comments for a few videos, but they are appreciated. I will see you next time.